Full power to the peoples. We back at new maintenance. Yeah. We're gonna rock like HAMP DOOM and the Doom Mice that came in. Told you, man, we working. We gonna work. We gotta work. We got to. He's missing. Tito's missing. Get your sage. We gotta burn greatness. Say, get your sage. We gotta burn. We gotta burn them. Them LG boys got them on the back of milk cartons now, man. It's Doom, the supervillain. We back outside. Yeah, I know. Very early. It's Monday morning. Told you I'm back to work on Labor Day. I work on Labor Day. I'm back. Yeah. Full power. I told you, them LG boys got him. Running around. Tito Missing. Man, oh man, we got to find Tito. Somewhere running around. Cut his brake lines in LG. I told you, MS Doom. I told you. Tito on that drunken vodka. Last night I'm sitting here writing. They shooting outside. I go out there to take a look. The pigs got the area locked down. I said, man, I hope this ain't what I think it is. But that's them Negroes doing the things that they think they could do in the street. Can't get them to have a good time. Can't get them to drink good wine. Can't get them to do anything but do time and crime. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So welcome to the show. We got Tito Missing. HAMP DOOM gotta go find Tito. I thank y'all for coming through. Thanks for MS Doom, my financial advisor. MS Doom, I'll take whatever, brother. You know how I do. Birthday coming up now. I got to work a little harder. Yeah, I'm putting in this whole nice situation. I'm going to grind it out. So let's get to this Tito situation that I got from him being the furball. Yep, we got Tito and the furballs. Yep. Tito and the furballs. You can't find him. He's missing. When Tito hit rock bottom in 2014, struggling with alcohol addiction and embodied in a toxic relationship, he had made the decision to take his own life. Oh my goodness. It was then that his favorite cartoon, My Little Pony, came to his rescue. As a contemplated his fate, Tito watched as the character Lunar successfully grappled with her own demons. Soon after, in the 11-month hiatus between seasons 4 and 5, Tito decided there was a point to living after all. Tito said, I was in a dark place, and seeing Luna go through similar struggles to what I was going through was eye-opening, he tells his peoples. LG. Yeah. So it was a big turning point, Tito says. Tito is what is known as furry. More specifically, a brownie given his passion for My Little Pony. Tito, My Little Pony. He also one of scores of case studies featured in the book, and Strikes examined the world of furries. Tito and the Furballs, the sculpture, wherein people dress up as animals. Strike himself is a long-term furry. He's a furry. He's furballs. Furries examples dress in fursuits and convene at fur meets to reveal the chosen character or persona, like a persona. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Tito. We got you. Depending on factors such as age and prefer animals, you might also have other names as older furry. For example, Strike is known as the gray muzzle. Most folks outside the furry community labor under the assumption that a furry, you're practically required to own and wear a fursuit. That's what Tito doing. We got him right here. Tito and the Furballs. There go Tito and the Furballs right there. That's Tito and the Furballs right there. Look at him. Look at Tito and the Furballs. He's missing. After he did Mask Singer, you know, he's losing his mind. He's missing. Tito owns 47 fursuits. Godly. Yes, I invented this. Yes, I discovered this. This is what he tells you on Wordplay Wednesday. He discovered this. He made this. He did this. Recently, they reported a Japanese man spending a lot of money on this stuff. You understand? That's why Tito broke. Because he's running around with custom-made fursuits, known that Ralph Munez. And now, look what he's up against. He's running around, hanging out with Jeff Bezos and these guys. There's even furry porn. I can't make this up. Even though it's info, everything entertaining, educational, motivational purposes only. That's it right there. Check it out. When Strike interviews Tito and his purchase, you know, for furry, oh my Lord, furry porn, he explained the appeal. Without like, oh my Lord, Now he's saying what he likes about the furry porn is that it gives the characters its sexual identity. Get out of here. This guy crazy. Tito's sick. He's sick. Tito and the Furballs. Terrible. Tito says, of all the things I've done in LG, I'm the proudest of being a fur. Calm down. An ornithologist. See, he wanted to be anthropomorphic art. He's dealing with anthropomorphic art, telling us that this is what he's dealing with. This guy is out of his local mind. He explained, I got it right here. Tito and the Furballs. I'm reading. It just came right off the press. You know, we run HAMP newspapers. We got the HAMP newspapers. Outside the furry community, still is regarded as, well, weird. Of course it is. You know, you saying I run around in a mask. This is a mask. You got a whole suit dancing around like you Ronald McDonald's. When I used to see that man, Ronald McDonald, I was like, don't put that man near me. Now, I like clowns. I was never afraid of clowns. But that dude in McDonald's, I didn't understand it. He looked it too weird. I'd rather, you know who I wanted to hang around with in the McDonald factories, in the McDonald universe? You know who I wanted to hang? I was hanging around the thief. What's his name? Hamburglar? I was rolling with him. He was about getting the money. The villain of McDonald's. That's my peoples. I was rolling with Son. They're like, yo, whoa. Find Grimace, because you know I smoke purple. Go get Grimace. I need him around. Go get the little girl, the girl, you know, she's of age. I guess, you know, at that time I was their age. Go get the girl, you know what I mean? And go get my man with that hat and that cape. I need to see him in that mask. Go get my man right there. Yeah. He always laughing, and he always get away with the bag. Ronald McDonald, I couldn't trust him. We got 500 people in the building off that 1,000 of how they gave it to us. We finally made it, niggas. HAMP DOOM finally made it. You already know I got these papers and we going to explain. Furry business. It says it right there. Furry business. What kind of furry business this guy got? The furry planet. Now, Tito said last night he went to a naked furry party in a trailer park in New Jersey with a crowd I've met through the Mid-Atlantic Furry Hookup Telegram group. This guy is crazy. Young Tito and the Furballs. He changed his name to Y-Tac. You know, he saw one of my languages. He came to class and stole some work. Now his name is Y-Tac. He remember I said it to him. He was like, "What's that? What's that?" And I told him. He was like, "Oh snap! Oh snap! That's good. They go Caribou Carnanu." There you go. All my peoples up in there. Ronald McDonald and the Queen. Snot nose, blue black gal. You know what I mean? Always seeking, laughing, coughing gas in my man's crib. A fur in Tito's throat. With sage. That's right, Caribou Cardinal. See, this whole thing is we selling the show. I'm looking to get into basketball arenas. See, Tito ain't got the mindset to put this together like this. And we ain't even in the first verse. We came out at 11 o'clock. We figured it out. We figured that. We said, man, hold on. They told me I could work. As long as I got up, Nip Doom is cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody lounging. And Tito was missing. He's missing. He's missing. I can imagine the fur balls in his throat, along with that vodka that he drinks at night. I told Tito, I said, Tito, what's going on, baby? See, he got the tactic to say, yo, I'm gonna let her work for you. Tito got 529 subscribers. When we met him, he ain't had too many people. This is the HAMP DOOM. I said I was gonna uplift another community YouTuber that likes to work. He likes to work. You know what I'm saying? He likes to work. Word up. And then he don't mind having a shootout with HAMP DOOM. He's just trying to find a way. His peoples is looking over there trying to say, yo, man, I got one brother, one beloved, saying that, yo, you make it more vivid. He just makes it. I said, see what I'm telling you, Tito? You need me to make this thing vivid. You just make it. You just sitting there, no lights, no character. I'm putting you into the game, boy. You know, besides the musical talent that we both got, this is about selling the show. We selling the show. This is the sellouts. You dealing with the sellout. I'm a sellout. I got to sell it out, baby. Yeah. I don't see him shining. He's running around rhyming somewhere in the basements. He's got the curl hat on. He's wearing the hats and the robes and grandfather shoes that's about this size of Shaq feet. You know I'm a podiatrist. So he's walking fun. He's walking fun. Young Tito. Look how we worked him. 16 minutes into the show. He worked me. He do 17 minutes and he don't know what else to go at. He stops right there. He got a block. HAMP DOOM gonna open everything up in Hamptons University. I told him that. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting him with all types of contracts. He's looking back. He's looking. I would like to say that he's smoking something, but he don't smoke. He like to swallow shots of vodka. Yeah. We got 400 people in the building. See, this thing don't matter if he gets the number, because they want to see him bug out. My real peoples that come to watch the show, they say, yo, we got HAMP DOOM. That's the supervillain. Yeah, that's the supervillain. He came to work. He came to work, Tito and them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I told you the president of food is Killer Kev. But right now, everybody is chilling. They taking care of families. The Tigo show, everybody taking care of things. HAMP DOOM is outside. I got you. You understand what I'm saying to you? I got you, kid. I'm out here putting in that pain. Tito ain't got no gold chains. He ain't got no flames in his lifestyle of YouTube world. I'm trying to put him in the game. You know he my little man. You know he my little man. Tito Missing. Perfect hit, boy. Tito Missing. Hey, HAMP, quick question. What you need to know, loved one? What you need to know? Cause everything is top shelf. Cause let me see what he said. Don't worry about it, Lighthouse Society. Cause everything is top shelf. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. But I thank you for subscribing, like, comment, and share. Ronald McDonald Playhouse Relations or Wuhan and Wu-Tang coming through. But thank you, brother. Just having fun with it. This whole show is about having fun. We don't disrespect. We just have fun and move around. But let me tell you, Lighthouse, it could be my name. It could be my uncle's name. It could be my friend's name. It could be my beloved cousin's name. It could be one of the good peoples that I've been around. It could be one of their names that taught me certain things. It could be their name. The only thing about that name, we don't be here bashing the name. We also know that Hassan Campbell is Def Jam. We understand Hassan Campbell is Bad Boy. We understand Hassan Campbell is just an entity of a big distribution. So what we do, we invest in the stock. And this is where you at now asking me the question, Mr. Lighthouse. Now you got your answer. So what son Carter Boo was asking was, you going to be bugging out like the shorties when the gold changes and bars spitting immune into the contagion Wuhan on MCD guy. That's cool, man. I like this dude, Carter Boo. That's why he my moderator. He gives us a little more insight in helping the Professor HAMP DOOM make his move. But see, yeah, because everything top shelf. Because if you snooze, you lose. Here's why we picking at him. With these nigga nap, twisted, ribbon raps, gifted. Woo, I'm on this like a RZA track. You slip, you get detached. Pity pat. Men and mice is on the sticky trap. Shout out to the 500 people that's in the building hanging out with HAMP DOOM. Especially Mr. Lighthouse Society who just subscribed to the show. You understand? We appreciate them. But let's work. Yeah. So when he's saying Ronald McDonald Playhouse Relationships, yeah, it could be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It could be like that. But it is an American atmosphere, brother. You know? No doubt, Lighthouse, whoever G the Dora is, no doubt, man. Big up for y'all coming through, hanging out with HAMP DOOM, man. You know, for the quick minute. Y'all came through for the quick minute. Y'all came through for the quick minutes. 5 for 5 up here. We working. Told you we gonna work them. Told you we gonna work Tito and his cohorts, his homeboys. Told you. Told you we gonna work them. Told you we gonna. Told you we was gonna pump. We gonna keep pumping hard work, man. Told you we gonna keep pumping that hard work. You know? Told you we gonna work him. He's Tito sitting back. He's worrying about something else. Tito worrying about something else. You know what I'm saying? We got beats. That's why his peoples be saying. Because he ain't got no beats. He ain't doing it live. He ain't comfortable yet. He just doing it because he see a check. Well, that's his problem. HAMP DOOM like to work, baby. HAMP DOOM like to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? You hear that? You hear that beat? From Soapbox Willie. You know what I'm saying? The mask blowing the smoke out. Told you I'ma work him, man. Told you I was gonna work him. Told you. I'm gonna wait till y'all get it. It's about 400. We ain't even in the first place. It's Monday morning. I told you I was coming to work. We only 23 minutes into the show. Told you I came to work. I came right to work. You thank MS Doom for either, you just thank him for sponsoring this show. Because without the financial advisor giving the HAMP DOOM the power to move around and get these things done, you know, HAMP will sit back and hold it down. Because, you know, we the boss. I got my other bosses out there moving around. We got things going. We in the man beaters, beating mans down. I said I got my bankers and other situations out there moving around. We got the man beaters on, beating men down, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? We just read you the story on Tito and the Furballs. You know what I mean? Tito can't play chess. He can't dance. He can't shoot hoops. He just like to sit down a lot. That's terrible, boy. That's terrible. That's terrible. I worked him. We worked him. Look how I worked him. I put that work in on him, boy. Tito and the Furballs. Yeah. Tito and the Furballs. My father said, no matter how many people there, it's still a show. But that's how it go, right? This an operation flow. You can't get him like this, that, tic-tac-toe. Break his fingers and toes. It will be all with that. He'll lay on top of the snow. Snow coming soon. The wolves will get him out there in the full moon. And after that, it'll be HAMP DOOM. You'll see him all over in the back of the room, playing with different goddamn chemistry sets with the fruits. That's him. You get it? HAMP DOOM. Yeah. You got 9 seconds to speak to me. You catch hands and cold feet. HAMP DOOM, the homeless, he will eat. Diabetic sweet, cake on the ice cream with mama's heat. Yeah, 2 shots on every cellar. Got mine from Venezuela. Word up, son, the Hamptons old yellow. That's me, came to fight back. Came through with a different attack. Army raps. Yeah, son, break it down with a quick one. You can't rap on this one. Tito's in the back, getting stuck with it. Leave that alone for my autobiography book. You gonna be in it soon, kid. Yeah. I know MJ from New York. But the scouts say Texas got cats coming to work in the process. And Florida got speed. And Georgia and California got talent. They say New York kids can't shoot hoops, but spit. Spitting like 10 toes down. Campbell's and ex-police chief. That's crazy. That's they moving funny, calling the new car, bull. They moving funny. I told you they was moving funny. Their shoes is tweaked up. That's why it takes the super villain to come outside, man. Super chat HAMP DOOM now. Or $ HAMP DOOM now. You know what I'm saying? $ HAMP Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Let the peoples know this is a good month here. Put a super chat up in there. Become a member today. You know what I'm saying? We working. See, Tito ain't got the levels yet. See, I like what MS like to do. He like to see who come in, especially them arch nemesis, and he like to open up the vote on them dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good tactic from my lieutenant like that. You know what I'm saying? He holds me down. So when them dudes see that, they like, oh, he doing his thing on the show. Yeah, I told you I came here to make money and be funny and have good time. You know what I'm saying? Comedian rhymes here, man. We gonna work them. We gonna work them. I figured out the rest patterns. I just figured it out. You won't get away, boy. You won't get away, Tito. You won't get away. You just on the menu. Everybody else, I can't deal with it. That's like, yeah, no doubt. But right here is where the money is at. Tito acting like he don't want to make no money. I ain't never seen no Brooklyn nigga that ain't want to make no money. I keep telling him, yo, we about to sell basketball arenas. He's looking at me like I'm on some new stuff. I told him, look, man, we out here. It's 90-something degrees out there. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be in your favorite chair, putting in that work. HAMP DOOM is outside, putting in that paint. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? New York got so many blacks, but recruits ain't coming to Spanish Harlem and Black for the talent. They can see Carmelo was a bust who fell off. As far as Syracuse and Brooklyn made him money. Well, you know, that's how I go. You know, I just think he didn't want to be over responsibility. He wanted to be the star, but he didn't want to be over responsibility of that stardom. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want too much weight. You know, if I was him, I'd have took it all like Pat Ewing. When Pat Ewing made that finger roll, he stood there, he hold that down. The Knicks still, the Garden still loved him. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Carmelo should just go back, man. You know, sometimes the pride. And, you know, and I got his jersey. You know what I'm saying? I got his jersey. You know, I had a few jerseys. I had Starberry, Marbury, you know what I'm saying? Pat Daddy. And then it wasn't no more real good Knicks. You know, I had the John Starr. I had all their joints. But the one that resonated real good was the Carmelo Anthony because he was the savior. He was the savior, but they didn't give him a chance. You know, he's still the highest Knicks scorer over there. He's still doing his thing. You know, he got that pattern, but they didn't let him, you know. Word, he got the good eyes. He can shoot good. You know. You know what I mean? I just think they just warded him off too early. You know what I mean? They should never did that. And maybe he felt like, because he's good in the gym. He's good in the gym as a gym rat. He's good. Running around doing different moves, shooting all nicely, making shots. And you'll hope that you can say, yo, why no team picked him up? We don't know. You know, maybe some people just felt like they just want to be like that. You know, he didn't want to be the sixth man. And they say half of New York ain't real black Jamaican have. P at you. Mm-hmm. True. Y'all want it. Mm-hmm. Nah, man, we just normal, brother. Some people come from different, areas, but that's what it is. But you take on the style of your pops, man. Your pops was black, you black. That's it. You know what I mean? You have any other parent, that father got to be a color. You know what I mean? That father was black, so he's black. You know what I mean? So other than that, everything is good. But we gonna work. We 30 minutes in. Let's work. We working. Yeah, that's what that is. Thank you. He ain't want to submit to the powers that be. You see, when Isaiah Thomas had the team, he shot Marbury and them, right? Had that scandal. Remember that? Remember Starberry? And Isaiah Thomas had that woman? Remember that? They forgot all about that before the internet was internet. Now it's internet now. Now they hope nobody says. See, I remember when Marbury and Isaiah Thomas had to pay that girl a lot of money. That broke the Knicks down too, man, that $90 million. And all that other stupid stuff that they did with that woman in that hotel room. You know what I mean? Allegedly, it took place. You saw the money being paid out. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? And after that, they started to get more coaches, and that's what Phil Jackson tried to restore the Knicks. Couldn't do it. You know, it really had to take, to my understanding, they should have brought Mark Jackson. He put those boys in a position to be franchised and over there in Golden State. He had those boys doing real good. And they took the rug from him, gave it to Steve Kerr, and next thing you know, they win a championship. So, it's foul, man. It's foul. And sometimes it's James Dolan. It ain't really the Knicks. It's James Dolan. You know what I'm saying? It's James Dolan. It's him. He like to play around. Mm-hmm. Well, at that time, it is what it is. But what we saying was on how certain management mess up certain talent. And at that time, Starberry was good. You know what I mean? It's just that scandal got them all knocked out. He was an scapegoat as the star of the New York Knicks. And here go a two-time such and such all-star named Isaiah Thomas. They get in the scandal. It messes everything up. Mm-hmm. So we could blame James Dolan, man. You know what I'm saying? He played around with that money. Who didn't want to be a Knick? That must be crazy. How much money you become when you enter the New York state of basketball, and you walking around the city, living good. Imagine how the baseball players looked back in the days, man. Mickey Mantles and all, they was coming out of those fine hotels and suits, just playing baseball. Now when you go to the bars, you'll see they pictures all up in there and stuff. Favorite table they sat at and everything. Favorite meal that they picked out. Same goes for these guys. The city is nice. You don't sleep. You just gotta be protected moving around. Have a small security team, and that's about it. And do your thing and spread the money that they gave you watching you. Give it back to the city. About going to the clubs, being careful. Going to the eateries, being careful. Going to certain functions, being careful. Knowing that you gotta play ball the next day. Have your chaperone keep you on time. you know, sip a little something, you know what I mean? Come in, point on. Well, you know, I don't think they was weak. I just think they just was overlooked. You know what I mean? They was overlooked due to the fact that, you know, they couldn't get, and also they stood comfortable with their teams, man. You know what I mean? They didn't trade. You know, they didn't go all over the board. They stood with one team. That's what I like about these classic NBA brothers. They didn't move. They didn't say, well, this organization ain't looking like they're going to make it. Let me go to this one here and pull a fluke. They stayed. You understand? And maybe later on they jumped the ship. But the years that they got there, all the perks that they picked up, they hung that stuff down, man. Jordan played for the Bulls for 14 years before he said, all right, let me go to the Wizards. Pat Daddy played for the Knicks a lot of years before he started to jump from this team, that team. Charles Barkley played for the 76 for a long time. I was different. Felt funny seeing him in the Phoenix Suns. Then after the Phoenix Suns, he went to the Rockets. It was looking funny, you know? So, but I give him credit for being there for those years, giving that city the love, like Damian Lillard. He ain't a chump. The organization will open up for him to get a championship. You understand? He might want to be the greatest Portland Trailblazer of all Portland Trailblazers. Clyde Drexler was there until he moved around. You know what I mean? So, it's one thing to get a championship ring, no doubt. But it's another thing to have your name solidified in the Hall of Fame. That's a big difference. That's money for lifetime, you know what I mean? That's tax-free money. You know, that's your retirement money. That's your medical bill money for all them jumping up and down, you know? So, but that's what the mixed creed do, they say. Thick and thin. Jordan retired twice, and you and Nicky Manasquale ain't been a trophy, and you didn't know that. Yeah, Steph Curry ain't leave. Right about that. He's still holding it down. There's a few of them, you know? Like when I was upset, but then again, he was so powerful and came back and gave him a ring and then left. See, LeBron was just that different type of dude. You know, you could say that about him, but he did it right. He was there for 9-something years with Cleveland. As soon as he got there, he went to he met Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? He met Tim Duncan in the finals. Tim Duncan whooped him down, though, Spurs. So he hung in there. He hung in there. He hung in there. Went to Miami, got 2 rings. Ran over, left them dudes, went back to Cleveland, got them a ring for the city because they ain't had nothing, then left. Went to L.A., got a ring with them dudes. So this guy's running around like that, you know? Easy work. Easy work. But in the sense of all this work, you know, it's how that money is being spent and saved. You know, some of these NBA players, you know, we heard stories of Vin Baker. You know, he was one of the top. We heard stories of Zach Randolph. You know, we just heard stories of Antoine Walker. You know, we heard these stories, these prospects that was great doing the numbers that they was doing in the NBA, but it was too much baggage. It made them become bankrupt. In this sense of my YouTube fame, we ain't running that one. We partying right here with you. You coming with. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to be looking different is the background. I have to sit somewhere else, but the show must go on, and the show on the road. You know what I'm saying? That's how we broke that down. Building with the people. Tito can't build. He be yelling. He fight the people in the chat. He can't read. He got a 4th grade education level. LeBron from Ohio. So I feel him. Miami made the diesel, so he pushed it to the Lakers guaranteed a big market. Yeah, everything was perfect like that. Le Converable Condonu. You're right. You know, it's all about his health, man. I was told back in the days, them dudes take all that money that they after taxes. LeBron James is probably, you should go check out all the photos when he was with Dwayne Wade in hyper chambers, you know, hyper ice chambers. You know what I'm saying? So you applaud that man for still being able to run at the age he is, dunking the basketball, still be able to shoot, still have his physique to move around, still have the mindset. So he is, to me, the greatest, just because everybody left at 40. And this year he's 40. He's saying he ain't ready yet. His body is still good because he put millions of dollars back into his body. That's amazing. That's amazing. You understand? He worked his toes all the way up. You know what I mean? And then he right there. Some people saying that, you know, you never see him dehydrated. He ain't a clone. He ain't fake. You seen them fighting through 20 years. He want to get 20 years in the NBA, if not more. Kobe gave 19 on one team, though. That's different. This dude doing 20 years, he was at 4 or 5 different teams before he landed and said, I'm going to stay here. Kobe did a 19 flat, a big. Kobe did a big. AIP to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Ancestor in peace. Kobe did a big, the longest. You know what I mean? I was mad when Karl Malone ran to the Lakers. I like, this dude is a Utah Jazz. What's wrong with him? He's a Hall of Famer. Took Mike to the spot twice. The only guy that took Mike to the spot twice. They was good, them Utah Jazz, that 97 and 2018. 96, 97, 2018. Them boys was good. Those boys came right back to meet Mike the following year. We gonna come see him again. Charles Barkley couldn't do nothing back then. He couldn't do nothing back then. Injuries plagued him. He couldn't meet Mike again after he met when he went through went through Phoenix. He met Mike. That was one of the beautifulest fights they ever fought with Phoenix Suns and Michael Jordan and the Bulls. It was the beautifulest. I mean, I still see those Charles Barkley CB4s that he wore. I still see the Michael Jordan sneakers that he wore. I still see them. I still see Jordan moving around. You know what I'm saying? Getting that 3-peat off them. And then left and came back and got another 3-peat. Now that's GOAT material. LeBron just got GOAT because he's still active. Mike left, sat back, came back and gave another 3-peat twice. No other franchise did that. That's GOAT. That's real for real right there. You know what I mean? So it's different levels. So we all labeled them, but some of them got a different character. It's a classification of GOAT when you yell out LeBron and Mike. LeBron ain't did what Mike did. You know what I'm saying? He went to the Bulls and stayed with that team and brought 2 3-peats. Then broke out and said, I'm OG now. Yeah, man. Yeah, LeBron ain't do that. He didn't do that. He just active. He took over the scoring title. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can lay down now. You know what I'm saying? Now we want to see who's going to take LeBron. So LeBron just pushing over. He want to go over 40,000 points. He want to push 50,000 points. That's over 20-something years, B. That's 20 years worth of points. Kobe wasn't that much like that. And plus, he know what team need him to make all the points to pass all that. Kobe had a team, even though he made his, I'm in the 30-something thousand. 20-something thousand. You know what I mean? So LeBron is GOAT like that. He's still hustling up his points. So when he fall back, it's going to take about 15 years for somebody to come after him and say, yo, I'm going to push my points like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. I ain't seen nobody get the rebound title yet. Dennis Rodman still holding on that. Ben Wallace still holding on that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no big man power forward like Tim Duncan yet. I ain't see that. I see some power forwards, Joel Embiid, you know, but ain't no Tim Duncan. Mr. Fundamentals, man. Mr. Fundamentals, you can't beat him. That's why he got 5 rings with one team. He didn't run around. He tired, and he's an operation organization of basketball for the Spurs. He trained the big men. He got that new kid. He's working with Tim Duncan. I don't know his name. He got a big name. He's a tall kid. He looked real good. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like how Manute Bol kids came in. They look African. They look thin. He got some size on him. And he's a Spur. So he working with Tim. Tim Duncan got his suits on. And Chris Webber, no doubt. Thank you, sir. Chris Webber, no doubt. Can't forget Chris. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got that boy. Tim Duncan working him. They just trying to find out if he can dribble the ball in times when they need for him to dribble. As far as him giving him the ball and holding it up and flicking it, that's easy work. Tim Duncan working now. He's good. They said he's good. But we need to know if he could put that ball, because he's tall. He got to put that ball down and bring it up. I need to know if he could pop a few bounces and then give a move. We just can't have him stand there like Yao Ming. You know how Yao Ming was looking. He's just standing there and get the ball and look all big for nothing. And then look all sloppy laying the ball up. You know how Sean Bradley was when he was running around looking crazy, dribbling the ball, looking all like a linky link, shooting the ball. So we don't want that from him. Plus, he got some color. He got some melanin in him. So we need to know if he could drop that ball a few times with a bump, hold, pass, get, shoot. So Tim working him like I'm working Tito. 48 minutes into the show. Tito can't do it. Tito mindset ain't that big. He's worrying about interviewing old rappers. Now, that ain't a bad thing. That's his problem. He's worrying about interviewing old head rappers. That's his problem. I'm over here building and getting money. You know what I'm saying? I met them old head rappers in my time. I don't need to speak to them. Ain't nothing they need to tell me that I don't know. My whole thing to talk to them is probably like, you know, do you remember the times back then? Try to see if they can remember when we met up. That's what these interviews, if I get one. Like for example, who I like to speak to that'll give me some run. And we'll have a nice conversation. The only one I could think of, but he ain't what y'all looking for in the prevalent world, but he is out there, Loaded Lux. He the only one I could call and say, yo, what up, man? You remember that day when we was out there? He'd be like, yeah, you know, it's cool. I'm trying to figure out what other rapper I could talk to and be like, yo, you remember when we was rapping like this, that, and the third? Who else I could think of, man? That's how old it is. I can't think of them. I mean, besides the boot camp clique, but they too out and about now since Sean Price. So I can't yell out that no more. I need to know who I could talk to now to say, yeah, I know such and such. You know what I mean? Can't talk to Rakim. He's too far. But I came across that time of meeting Ra in my times of MCing in Jimmy Henchman camp of the Henchman Productions. And you know, it was just a brief moment of time of bumping into him and saying peace and peace, you know what I mean? Ain't no rapper, man. meaning he's far gone, like the outreach to reach. You know, some of these guys is in their ways of different thought patterns. You know, he's far gone. He could be overseas performing microphone fiend, you know, and things like he's far gone, and to get to reach to talk to him, it would be levels. It ain't like it was. That's what I mean. He's far gone. You know, you can't get to these guys. You know, my whole thing is I don't know. You know, I can't really think of him. The only one I can think of is my man from Harlem. You know, the only one I could go to Harlem and I'll walk around and I'll see him and I'll be like, yo, what up, son? He'd be seeing me before I see him. There's been times Loaded Lux did that. And I was appreciated. He's like, there you go. And I was like, oh. You know, because he knows when people meet, see, when these people meet you, they look at, all right, what's his motive to meet me? And how long do I got to stand here with a fan? Is he a fan, or he just someone that sees something and don't be starstruck on? When I saw Lux, I was just happy, like, oh snap, it's good to see you, man. Like I knew him for 10 years, and he fell right into the character. Oh, what up? What you need? I was like, yo, you need anything? You thirsty? You know, I'm always looking to make sure that the stars is all right. Well, the other dude, what my man said, yeah, but you know, you can still catch these guys. See, I know Illa G. You know, he's in the web series. He meets me and my director from time to time. He was in here. I met him a few times. You know, Lord Superb, may he ancestor in peace. Yeah, it ain't gonna be nice until then. It's gonna be hot all day. We ain't going out there at all. We don't have to Uber Eats everything. It's the parade today, man. I want to go out there and look at some things, but knowing me, I don't want to do it. I want to be right here making my situation with the people. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Look, so I told you, look, they're right there in the back. Look, they're right there in the back. Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Look at all them beautiful people back out there. Different in ethnicity, man.
We have to tell you that parade officials work closely with the NYPD as well as community leaders and residents to make sure that safety was a top priority and that there was no violence to mar this neighborhood over this long weekend. Now take a listen to this. City and state officials
They're gonna Mayor Adams. There you go. I had my taste of culture yesterday. I had to get me a jerk chicken yesterday. Barbecue and the sauce that they got on. A $10 plate. They don't got what I got. They don't got the do-rag.
The most significant part of this weekend for me has always been, safety, enjoying and really celebrating the rich Caribbean culture that's here. And we've accomplished the first part of that. This weekend is probably going to go down as one of the safest weekends we had.
Great to be here.
Except last night, when there was a shooting.
The mayor also told us that over the weekend there were 7 guns that were confiscated, so he looks at
told you.
violent acts that were prevented and lives that were saved. We're going to be out here all day with all the excitement, so we'll bring you a full report on the Primetime News at 5:45.
Told you. There was a couple of handguns that was recovered, you know. Does the Mayor Adams significantly enough to rob New York's like Giuliani? Yeah, man.
Capacity and ticket holders were not happy about that. In fact, hundreds, if not thousands, pushed through the entrances.
Those are white folks. That's their festival. Listen. The Izu Festival turned away fans after venue reached capacity.
Due to overcrowding. The chaotic moments unfolded on the final day of the 3-day festival on Randall's Island.
Randall's Island.
Festival organizers posted
That's in Manhattan.
on social media
Harlem.
on Sunday at around 6:30 in the afternoon, writing, "It is with deep regret that we need to inform you that due to the challenges caused by Friday's cancellation, we have reached our venue's capacity earlier than anticipated for today's Sunday. For the safety and well-being of everyone on site, we will not be admitting any additional attendees." The NYPD also announcing that roadways and shuttles were shut down to cut the flow of people into the venue. Friday's festivities were canceled last minute because the main stage was not constructed in time due to supply chain issues.
I mean, I think it's bad because of Friday.
Concert goers also reporting long wait times throughout the weekend to get inside festival.
See?
Saturday, there was a 4-hour line to get in. But it took us like 3 hours to get in.
Some fans saying
See, if they was at the festival, they ain't had no problem. So we want to thank our peoples for doing the right thing, even though these over here is just some other type of laugh and giggles. But over here at the Caribbean festival where we have our black folks, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he made a killing every Jewish holiday. You already know. We 3 minutes out. We came in for the show. We got 3 minutes to go. Let's go put on a 3-minute beat and beat up Tito. And we up out of here and we come back how we come back. It was a beautiful time with y'all today. And it was just excellent reading and writing and studying. Okay? We gave out what we gave out because we just HAMP DOOM. Super villain of YouTube. Still making moves and parental advisories for these YouTube fools. Former Smash Mouth singer Steve Harwell dies. Terrible. Terrible. Big up to him and his family, man. You know, I wish I could press the button to hear the thing, but
Harwell was with the band until he retired in 2021.
so he retired.
Well, a boat crash claimed the lives of 2 people on Long Island. This happened last night in the Great South Bay near Bay Shore on Suffolk County.
Terrible.
Police say 2 boats crashed into each other, causing one to capsize. A 57-year-old male on board was thrown into the water and was later declared dead. Divers found his wife inside the boat cabin. She also died. So far, no other injuries have been reported. The cause of the boat crash is still under investigation.
I'm going to say it was alcohol. See Tito running around in the back of the hall. This would be different for me and you and y'all. This going to be a different composting where his body going to be laying up against the y'all. It's HAMP DOOM with a different spot, different check. We open it up. Yeah. Tito, you don't know. It's me, man. B.A. Barack is doom from the great team, nigga. Hair on my beard is great, nigga. Remind me of the 18, nigga. You got 9 seconds to talk to me. You'll catch cold hands and cold feet. Yeah, we HAMP DOOM the homeless, he will eat. Then after that, you get a book to read. Catch that. We came through with the whole mic. Hold that. After that, we broke him like a Kit Kat. You won't get it back. You might need a tape it up. Different TDX. You don't remember that. Nah. You don't remember that. Yeah, these things will clap back. You said the nightmares is raps. But I had those mice traps. Had you sit your butt looking around, and that was wild whack. Yeah, that was wild whack. Yeah, you caught that. You maybe caught it later on in subtract. That math you had was all whack. That Wednesdays I came through with a new math. Open it up. It's HAMP DOOM bringing the bucks. You see what he doing, son? He's hiding over there, y'all. Scared to come outside, been missing for 3 weeks. Something happened to him, live in the street. Them LG boys must have laid down in the street. It's crazy out there. Told you, man. Yeah, I told you. It's HAMP DOOM with a few seconds left. Got him, man. Twisted him, man. He broke it down, man. He didn't catch it, he didn't catch it later. I gave him that wide tack like a 9 later. He goes, wet suck on it, kid, baby. This'll be different talk to Darth Vader. Hit him across the throat with an old razor. That's Doom. Now it's all over for him.